What do you do when the stress hits and you don't have time to go reset? No long workout, no weekend getaway, no cabin in the woods. What are you going to do? Well, you've got 5 minutes, maybe even one. And if you're a dad raising a son or daughter with special needs, you already know stress. Well, it doesn't ask permission. It just shows up in the middle of work, in the middle of appointments, in the middle of bedtime, in the middle of, I can't do one more thing. And so today I want to give you 7 real-life, fast ways to relieve stress and reset your mind, especially when you don't have the time. Now, the unique thing is that 6 of these actually came from brothers here in DOSA. And so that's really unique. These are guys who are actually living this and carrying this out. And so it's things that have worked for them. So let's dive into that. Reset number 1, breathe on purpose. Now, this comes from one of our DOSA members at the Evergreen Group. Personally, I use breathing techniques and I try to sit still long enough to clear my mind because deep breaths do wonders for stress and it's free. Now, here's one simple thing you can do anywhere, in the car, in the bedroom, in the hallway, at work. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold it again for 4. So again, breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it. Exhale for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 more seconds. And that's called box breathing. You do it 3 or 4 times. And here's why it works. It forces your body to stop acting like it's being chased. It slows the moment down long enough for your brain to remember, I'm here, I'm safe, and I can choose my next move. Not perfect, just better. All right, reset number 2. And that is prevention beats recovery. Now, this is really kind of having some morning time alone and just being very intentional with your time. So one of our brothers says, I need time alone to sit, think, process, pray, read the Bible. So I protect my time early in the morning before the day starts demanding pieces of me, even if it's 10 minutes. That time matters. Now, I'm not always saying you have to wake up at 4 a.m. and become a monk. Trust me, it's not going to work for me. Definitely won't work for anybody else. It might work for 1 or 2 people just because that's how your body works. But what I'm saying is you can carve out a small pocket of quiet time before the chaos, before changes, and before really what carries into your day, before that stress kind of hits and then carries throughout the day. That morning space, it becomes a pressure valve. Reset number 3, stop doom scrolling and just let the quiet do its job. So again, another brother says, a month ago, I would have told you my reset was, unfortunately, doom scrolling, just numbing out. But I deleted all my social media off my phone, and I'm not exaggerating. My stress dropped immensely. It's weird how heavy your mind gets when you're medicating with other people's problems, other people's, opinions and their highlight reels. And the nice thing about this, instead of medicating it with noise, try to just let it be quiet. But seriously, quiet feels uncomfortable at first. And here's an example. Because quiet makes us face what we're carrying. And that's also how you start putting it down. So we want to definitely try and be a little more quiet, but not too quiet because our lives can't be quiet. So reset number 4, Christian music or a quick game of Spider. When the DOSA guy says, I either chill out listening to Christian music or play a quick game of Spider. I love that because it's real life. It's just simple. Sometimes you just need something that recenters your spirit, worship, truth, reminders, and sometimes you just need a 5-minute mental reset of a quick game of solitaire or Spider or something that isn't destructive. A quick game, small wins, it's a brain shift. Not escape forever, okay? But it's just to pause long enough to breathe again. Number 5, mellow music on purpose, not background noise. Now, this is another one straight from the guys, and it's mellow music. Not hype music, not rage music, not let me stay stressed music. Mellow music that lets your nervous system kind of say, hey, it's time to wind down. Now, here's the key. You have to make it intentional. Again, everything about this list you'll find out is very intentional. But in this case, you don't just throw it on in the background. You use it like a tool. So put on one song, sit still, and breathe. Maybe that box breathing from, reset number one. But one song is only 3 to 4 minutes. So you've got 5 minutes at some point. Surely you can do that. That's not a big ask. But this one simple thing incorporates at least two other options of reset, which is sitting still, and then also breathing. And so it's not a big change, but it can change the whole direction of your day. Now, reset number 6. This is a fun one. It takes a little bit of time, but there's some facts and some science behind it. And that's take a step outside, go for a walk, get in the sunlight. Now, like I said, this has got science behind it. This one might sound too simple, but it's legit. And it's simple. Even a short walk is going to help. Movement actually burns off stress chemicals and cortisol and gives your mind something new to look at besides the four walls that you're always looking at. Now, sunlight especially is going to help heal connections to the mood and sleep rhythms. Research has found that more time spent in bright light is modestly associated with lower depression symptoms, and sleep regularity may be part of why. The other thing is sunlight helps reset your circadian rhythm and your internal sleep clock, wake clock, whatever you want to call it, through your brain is tied to timing and alertness. That's a big deal because when your sleep gets wrecked, everything else gets wrecked. And then the stress that you're feeling and hearing, it becomes louder in your ear. That's why light therapy has been used for decades for seasonal depression patterns when sunlight is limited. All right. And reset number 7. This one kind of clears the mental tabs. I've heard it said several times. It's like my brain has got like 47 YouTube tabs open and all of them are playing the same thing. And I can't hear any one of them because they're all playing the same thing. Blah, 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 blah. So this is one really powerful tool. And this is just simple journaling. Journaling helps you get that mind clear. It's closing one tab at a time. Now, this has been linked in clinical research as well to reduce stress and even benefits in some mental health issues and mental health measures. But let's make it practical. Now, you don't need a fancy journal. Okay. Let me show you mine. Oh, God. This is mine. This guy right here. Okay. It's just simple black. Got a little elastic thing to kind of keep track of everything. And inside of it, well, it's just simple. It's lined. Okay. So you don't need something fancy. You don't need to have the perfect setup for it. Everybody's always putting their Instagram, pictures out of all this stuff. But the simple thing is, it's a brain dump. Here's everything I'm carrying. Name it. Name what you're facing at that point in time. Then you have gratitude under pressure. So you can even write down, hey, even in the middle of, X, I still have this. And that's powerful. That's really, really powerful. And that's good stuff to keep in mind. So the other thing that a lot of people do, they'll do a prayer journal. God, here's what I don't know what to do with. Just simply getting it out there and letting the Father kind of handle it too is really beneficial. But the thing is, the win, it's not perfect writing. It's not about what you write, or it's not about how you write it, I should say. The one is getting the weight out of your head. So it's really just putting it down on paper. So those are 7 micro resets, real tools for dads who really need it when you don't have the time to do a full reset. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, man, that's me, I'm running on fumes, I totally get every single thing that Billy just said to me. 100%. Hey, that's me. Raise your hand in the comments. Say that's me. Type in the comments. That'll work. But just drop a comment. Which one of those things are you going to try this week? Which one of those 7 are you going to do? You're going to breathe? You're going to journal? You're going to listen to music? You're going to play some solitaire on your phone? You're going to delete your social media and just see what happens, see what changes in your life. And then tell me your go-to reset, because another dad might need it. If you don't have, if one of these things isn't working for you, what is your go-to reset? What do you do? Because like I said, another dad watching this may look in the comments and be like, oh, that might work. Let's try that. Okay. And if you need community, okay, and that's really where you're going to find a lot of this reset. You're going to be able to connect with other guys, is in our DOSA Connect. It meets on the first and third Tuesday of each month. There's a link in the bio. We'd love to have you there. But, ultimately, we just want you to know that DOSA is here for men who get it. If you need community, we get it. DOSA is common ground for the good days and the bad days. And if you're a dad on a special assignment, this ministry exists for you. If any of this helped you, subscribe, like, and share, and let us know. We'll see you next time.